Ronnie, what's going on?
So, Richard Lewis is here, and we're going to bring him in.
Count on me?
Mr. Lewis.
Happy New Year. E. Howard has a cold.
Let's follow the camera,
Should have
please.
brought a handgun.
Hello, Richard.
No one can. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. You look great.
How are you?
I'm great, man.
Good. Welcome back.
Our guest now is a man who is a drunk. He could not stand the pressure of being a stand-up comedian.
What is the pressure?
He never felt comfortable in his own skin or good enough. And he became a raging alcoholic.
I thought the pressure would be not getting the gigs, not getting the gigs.
I don't think Richard Lewis was ever comfortable being a stand-up comic.
Is he not a stand-up comic anymore?
He's a hunched-over comic.
No, he's a stand-up comic.
All right.
All right.
Where did he go?
Sit down. Come on. Don't do...
Some things don't change.
Don't be Richard Lewis. Be a guy who just wrote a book and you're going to be interviewed.
Do an interview. You're the author,
Come on.
Richard.
Answer my questions and don't ramble. No, sit down. Sit down. You probably are still drinking. That's the goof of all of this.
You know, I never thought he was drunk while he was drinking.
Right. Why did you never tell me you were drunk?
Because it's been about a year and a half.
Sit down and get on the microphone. No one can hear you. It's not funny when no one can hear you.
Yeah.
You're right.
When you were drinking, was that... I remember a lot of times you would call people on the phone and you would hang up on them.
Were you drinking then?
98% of the time, when I drank to excess and got high, was never around performing.
All right, can I ask you a question?
We're not talking about performance.
This was
like
off
I would
the
come
air.
in the morning.
If you made phone calls to like Belzer or me or someone, a lot of times in the middle of the conversation you would hang up.
Yes, I always hang up after a laugh. That's true.
Okay, you never say goodbye.
Yeah, that's
why?
been a problem.
Was that from drinking?
No, it's from that's a habit, and it was
okay.
From,
so you still do
and
that?
a control freak.
And you still do
it.
Okay. Let me ask you something. If I was to show you this bottle.
Oh, no.
What did you
This is This is Southern Comfort. This bottle is tequila.
Can I tell you this is maybe the top 10 bits you've ever done?
What do you like the best out of all these?
What is your
tequila. What else?
Southern Comfort.
What do you like to
Tequila.
No, none of that. Anything but.
What were you, a Scotch
champagne
guy?
What are you, a girl?
Champagne drunk?
Let's have a drink.
Never heard of such a thing.
I'm going to wave a drink under your nose, right?
This is a great game. RichardLewisOnline.com.
Here is some beautiful.
The Other Great Depression.
You don't have any champagne?
This is not champagne. This is peppermint schnapps.
Oh, really?
Look.
Wow, that's another girl.
At the bottom line Saturday.
Oh,
Boston Connection
you
Friday.
can hear it.
Or you can hear it splash.
Check my website for all my gigs.
Oh, would this get you high?
What is that?
Peppermint schnapps.
You're kidding.
Here.
I know. I never liked that. I don't like the taste of it.
Take a sip. Tell me what it does to you.
You
Did
think
you
he
say
can
take a
drink?
sip?
Take a sip.
Blow me.
No. No, I won't. Take a sip. Take a sip.
Can you hold the glass in your
Take
hand?
a sip. Can you hold this glass in your hand? Are you strong enough to hold it? All right, let me see you do it. Don't curse on the air just because I'm testing you right now. Never mind AA. Hold that glass through the whole interview.
Through the whole interview?
Does that get you crazy?
Not at all. I don't crave alcohol anymore.
You don't?
I have other addictions, though. Cross addictions.
I've heard you say that. If I put this bottle here during the interview, will you be able to handle it? Right there.
I do have to hold this like a moron.
No, you can put that there. All right.
I mean, really.
All right.
This is not a time capsule thing. I like the bottle. That's a good shot.
All right, thank you. All right, when you say you were...
I like just champagne, man.
I'm not, so you would
alcoholic.
I don't feel you're that addicted. You're saying you didn't drink?
I'm addicted to sex. I'm addicted to sugar.
Well, who isn't?
I
know,
never heard
but
of any
it's
alcoholic
hard.
who got drunk on champagne.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have 3 bottles of Moet before the Today Show starts, you're an alcoholic.
Did your mother know you were a drunk?
No, until I told her that I was in recovery.
Okay. And...
So who did know you were a drunk?
People ultimately...
Nobody, it sounds like.
No, I wrote it. I wrote it.
You wrote that your friends confronted you and got you into rehab.
At the end, like if you go, I went to like screenings when it got really bad.
Yeah.
I stopped stand-up for 3 years because I didn't want to burn that bridge.
Right.
So, but I would go to like screenings, like if I had no pressure, no acting.
Right.
So I figured, hey, now I could just drink. So I would show up, with like movers and shakers. Yeah. Not always.
Like with big famous people.
I fell asleep at a screening once. I wrote this in the book.
Yeah.
Some screening, okay?
Yeah.
Fell asleep when the credits opened, And then I go back.
And who was in the audience that would
Every major person. So then I get home at night, 2 o'clock. I do like E.T., all that stuff after the movie. Great movie. Fell asleep. I could have been snoring.
Right. Who knows? Yes.
So I wrote a lot about these. These are horror stories.
Did you drink every day?
No.
No. And
But let me
I
just
don't
tell you what
believe
happened.
he's an alcoholic.
Me
No,
neither.
no, I am an alcoholic. Let me
No,
just tell you what
I
happened.
believe
Let me just
that
finish this
he
one
likes
story.
the
No,
group
never-
you find in AA these days.
I don't go. How do you know I go to AA?
We challenge the whole premise of your book. We do not believe you're an
We do
alcoholic.
not believe.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
You guys are denying.
You're not an alcoholic.
I am. I'm addicted
You're
to
you're a Jew
alcohol.
who likes to drink more than most Jews.
That's my next book title.
Yeah, that's the book title.
Oh my God! It's
I'm
called
telling you.
Shalom, give me some drambuie.
He went to Jewish AA.
That's right.
Oy vey, I had 2 drinks last week.
That's right. I sometimes
Hi,
drank
thanks.
on
I'm
a
Richard.
plane.
Thanks for fetching. Is that what you said?
Right.
Your worst disaster was falling asleep
Why am I
during
defending being a recovering
screening?
alcoholic?
Yeah, get out of here. You're no drunk. Go ahead.
He calls drinking like he calls being an alcoholic having like 2 drinks.
You're more of an alcoholic.
Yeah, he
Oh wait, you're in denial, John. We discussed.
Yeah,
You
you're
never-
John is
an
a drunk.
alcoholic.
You just told me you think you're an alcoholic, and I said you can always call me if you
This
want
is the way to sell books or something. I mean, because
Oh, how dare you!
I mean, come on,
Oh,
Richard.
yeah, you are the
Howard,
evil,
he just
the
told
evil
me
twin.
he just told me he'd have 2 drinks one night. He goes,
I know.
I never said
Jews
that.
panic when they have more than 2
I
drinks.
mean, that's not alcohol.
That's a third book.
That's
Howard,
it.
do you have any idea how little there is in a bottle of champagne?
I know.
Well, you're an alcoholic, aren't you, Jackie?
Yeah.
Jackie can drink. I've seen Jackie do 27 beers in
I
a day.
know. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Drink two glasses of champagne. It's like, what happened to the bottle?
But it wasn't just too good.
You see, you're like me. I now drink wine.
You too?
And you
And I
think
get,
you're an alcoholic.
I drink 2 glasses.
You're
I go,
gonna-
I think I have a problem.
panic.
I do. I go, oh my God, I'm out of control.
After
No.
2 nights in a row of drinking wine, Howard comes in and says,
I
I'm
gotta
losing
quit
it.
drinking.
Because he was a health addict.
Yeah.
No, but if he answered those questionnaires,
Yeah.
Oh, stop,
everyone's an
Richard.
alcoholic.
Have you
know
ever
this-
blacked out?
Absolutely.
You have. Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
I would like go pick someone up at the club back in the 80s, go to a hotel.
Did you drink every day?
No.
Not when I had the
John,
flu.
you drink every day, right?
I drink about four times a week.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
I swear
He
to God, I
has
know
to
you're
stop
lying.
himself.
What,
You think he
I'm doing
drinks
less?
more?
Drinking
More.
more.
I think he drinks more too. I
That
do
was
too.
such a lie.
You are right.
I mean, it reeked of lies.
Right.
How many days a week did you?
How can I remember in 15 years? Some days I got blitzed, some days I didn't drink. But when
Yes,
I
he's
did
Howard.
drink,
Some days he didn't drink. He's not.
But it was
No,
at least
you don't
once a
have to-
month, right, Richard?
once
I know. He's come on.
Your worst disaster was falling asleep
Why am I
during
defending being a recovering
screening?
alcoholic?
Yeah, get out of here. You're no drunk.
He got so drunk.
I
love you guys.
These are drunks. You're not a
You're the
drunk.
greatest people that I ever met.
You don't have a problem. Go back.
Howard,
Go back to
no,
drinking.
but
Give him
you
some
really-
champagne.
Say something.
Give the man a glass.
Let me
I'm so happy right now. You can put an enema filled with champagne up my ass. So
A
happy.
champagne
He
alcohol.
got so drunk he went home with a girl. Can you imagine?
Wow.
I'll tell you right now.
He went home with a young girl. Ooh.
Right.
I am
Oh,
the
wow.
happiest
Went to a
recovering
blackout.
alcoholic because, you know,
Went
maybe
to a
you're
club
right.
and had a drink.
All right, hold
Let's
it,
go party.
hold it,
Let's
hold
be
it.
recovering.
Hold
Bring
it,
that
hold
scotch
it,
over
hold
here.
it, hold
Maybe
it.
you're right. This is. I'm so glad I did this show. The book's a hoax.
There's nothing wrong with you.
No.
You drink champagne? What, you once a week?
It's not for
Let me
babies.
say something here. Jackie has stories where he was so in a coma, people were banging doors into his head,
Yeah.
and it did not
What
wake
do you mean
him
banging
up.
doors? into
Richard
the
fell asleep at a screening.
Right. Richard might
I
have
did much
snored
worse
during
than
a
that.
screening.
You're fine. Get him some champagne. Let the man have a drink.
John has to be carried from his house in an
This is the
ambulance
greatest
after
I know.
hour of my life.
I want to know, was it hard doing an interview with the drink in your hand the whole time?
I only did it for 10 minutes. I did it as a joke. I have no cravings for alcohol anymore. He did it to be funny. It was one of the worst jokes he's ever done. I did it just because I was trying to save him. But a puppet wouldn't have done a joke that bad.